Alright guys, welcome to my channel. This is your boy Toby. How na day? Alright, so in today's update, I'm going to show you something very beautiful that you love. Despite the fight that is going on the social media between Vam and some other individuals that claim they are part of Biafrans. But I bet you, we have just one person and her name is Ngozi Orabueze. This is the woman that 50 million persons have endorsed to also be part of the leadership that will carry Biafran to their place of destination. And I want you guys to pay attention and listen to this video and see how Vam is going ahead with false information about the woman and without him knowing that people actually know what's going on. But I want you guys to please, just in case it's the first time you're submitting me and you've not subscribed to his YouTube channel, please do well to subscribe and then watch this video now.
Taking a decision or siding, because as all of us are, we did not really know the root of all this, and so we are still waiting for this, the chief of staff, they're gonna come, the whole cabinet, to explain things for us. Do we ask ourselves, what is the job of Ojukwu's wife? That's where we have to start. That's where this thing that you see, she was the origin of all this. She went to the Finland ambassador in Nigeria to put stop on this declaration December 2nd. And who are the people that did you see where Nnamdi Kalu's wife met with her? That this was done before and people died of hunger, blah, blah, blah. Who during that time was Odmoigbo Ojukwu that, saw what our people were going through. And he used everything that he has to set our people free. But sometimes you imagine why the wife of all these strong men are the problem instead of being supportive of their husband. And now she's using the success, and anybody saying success is a PA to Simon, it's not true. Simon is the person that he will use you to do whatever, the job. If you're capable of doing it, and it doesn't mean that you are the only person at that spot. Remember, Azuka's husband was the one doing the same thing Success was doing before. That one self, Simon called him a pig. But what happened at last? So it doesn't matter. And immediately Success came in. So he used different people to do the same job. We have to know this about Prime Minister. He used different people so that if he noticed anything about you, he will drop you immediately and pick up another person because he's monitoring you both. So he now used Success, the finance minister, Raf, and what do you call it? The Minister of Information. So their plan was that declaration not to happen that December 2nd because they put court injunction on that day at 8 a.m. So that will stop. That's why this woman, Dr. Orabueze, and the cabinet took that immediate decision to have it on 29 because something was about to run down. And these people that I mentioned say, no, we have to leave it on that December 2nd. And they are aware what was about to happen on that December 2nd. So let's slow down and listen. They're coming out, I think, this week or so to clarify things, but we don't expect them to go all the way to give you the total background. They're going to tell you what we need to know, or we need to slow down So many things is going on. The same the same thing that led Azuka out is the same thing the Minister of Finance is doing. Our people, the media, nobody pays them. Why was he paying them? Why? So we need to really slow down and listen to the government. They're working and it's capable hands. And also, you should know that maybe your job has come to an end here. You've done what you're supposed to do. Then another person in a higher level, see, when the COF came in, there was a lot of fight. Azuka fought her so bad. But look at where she is, because she's supposed to take this mantle to the next level. And she has done that. She made a call to, politicians in Nigeria. We don't know why. So we have to give benefit. We're all watching. We're all looking. We're all seeing. We got to see this play out. It doesn't take time. Biafrans are wise men. They're real wise men. When I say wise men, I'm just using wise men and women. Highly educational, highly talented. When I talk about education, it's not like academic. There are people that didn't even break the four walls of that, but their wisdom is superpower. They're all in Biafran. So please, let's slow down. And if you listen to this, if you watch this account, PM brought out 3 accounts. This mandate account was part of it. Do you understand what I mean? So somebody that is responsible for account, and you are called for meeting, you didn't answer couple times. And you want to hijack the struggle because you think you're holding the account. It doesn't work that way. We are talking about Biafrans, millions of people for just one person. So let us slow down. That's my point here. Bianca is doing back underground job in stopping this Biafra. Biafra is the one that present whatever ceremony is happening. Finance, all these people are all involved. So let's slow down and listen to this cabinet. COF is not the only cabinet there. There are people, strong women, strong men working with her. If there is any mess up, they will question her. They will tell us. But these ones now fighting this, they're working with Bianca. And they are giving her information, what is going on. They wanted to interrupt that declaration. But the real people stood their ground and declared it on 29. That was what happened. So people don't know the root of where the problem is going. So let's slow down. Instead, be neutral. Instead, be neutral. Listen, but time will tell. Time will tell. Thank you, everybody.
Thank you so much, my beloved sister Doreen. Thank you so much. I appreciate you for that amazing contribution.
Thank you, my sister. I'll be neutral. Guys, I'm neutral. I'm observing the two parts. So, just like what I discovered is the other part, they still maintain the same account, and the other guys, the finance, the COS is bringing the new dimension account. I went into the account and I saw that. You see, but let me not talk much. The account, but I'm neutral. I'm just trying to. I will listen to her tomorrow or next tomorrow. I don't know when they say they are coming with their cabinet. And again,
they've not specified the date, but they say sometime this week. They're gonna come and talk to you. If you want, go to Simon Ekpa's. If you go to Simon Ekpa's S handle, you will see the 3 accounts that I mentioned there. They are written boldly there. 3 good accounts for Biafra.
It's not them. It's only one account is there. Biafran Republic.
Now, okay. I wish I can screenshot it and post it. It's 3 good accounts. Make a research very well.
Francis, there are so many things you have not really verified well. That is why sometimes people say you calm down and follow up gradually. I know what your problem is. Not that you have a biased mind or you are attacking, but you really want to know. But you have to calm down to know. Like this very account you're talking. That mandate account.
3 accounts.
Okay, no, I've seen the 3 accounts. New the dimension.
The finance minister you're talking about has paid money. He has made donation to that money.
Yes, to that mandate account. Yes. 3 good accounts that Prime Minister listed out. Go to his head handle, search it very well. You see the 3 accounts. Mandate account is there. The finance minister also has deposited money into that mandate account. So mandate account is not something new. It's not like it's something new.
Okay. I don't
the Prime Minister Simon knows about it.
Yeah, I don't have problem.
We are moving to the next level.
Wait. We are not asking whether you have problem. Let me say something. No, we are not trying to convince you. You see, in my opinion, okay, the truths can never be hidden. It's just a matter of time. All these people following this guy that is clueless. You see, the guy they are following doesn't know nothing. I've listened to that guy, even with his statements, he has nothing upstairs. That you are making money does not mean that you are intelligent. Period. And again, he's boasting that he's fed Biafrans, that he's the only one. If you are claiming that you have been borrowing money, doing this, that Biafrans are owing you, why can't you do account of the ones that they have been paying? All the Biafrans donating money. You refuse. And you are claiming that you are Dangote.
You say what? You say he's boasting that what?
You never heard him saying that he's the one that we are owing him, that Biafrans are owing himself, that he's the one doing everything. Without him, that the convention wouldn't have held. Did you hear that or not from his mouth? The person you are supporting. Now, wait, again, let me tell you something. I have been on the background. You see me. I started from the time of Mazen Nandikano. We have been the ones with writing. We are fighting on the writing. Even I do some other things actually on the media. But I know I have my information very, very well because I take time to check everything. And again, use your own sense. Now, when somebody is blackmailing somebody, what does it mean? Do you know that this account you are saying, they started making people to feel like it's a new account? The same Aparawa that knows that these accounts have been the main account. Do you know the people they call the mandate New Dimension group? Do you know that we have a group called
I've been hearing the New Dimension. I hear about that in a long time, since last year.
So what do they do?
I don't know.
What do you know that they do? Now, let me tell you now, because that is why you need to have him. You don't have information. New Dimension Group, okay, are the backbone of this our movement. These are people that they come together. They can donate 10,000. They can donate 5,000. They donate. Donate big money. PM does not joke with this dimension because they are the backbone. They don't make noise. You don't even. Some of them are anonymous. Now, do you know the leader of this New Dimension?
It's Ngozi Orabueze.
Have you heard the name?
Yes,
have you heard the name?
The one that is the leader of that
woman probably has donated more than everybody else, as you see her, but she doesn't make noise. I was in a meeting one day. Okay, I was in one of the donations. She said that everybody should donate and tell her what the amount is. She will double it. Have you heard that before? Has she said something like that? After donating, maybe that day they will get, let's say, 20,000, 30,000. She will make it 60. And the finance minister came and said that he's the one that is the pillar of the whole. And you don't feel insulted as a Biafran? Even if you are putting $20, it's still money. Why would he say something like that? So sometimes, even when somebody is doing something correct with his mouth, you will now put two together to know the one that is actually causing commotion and the one that is trying not to even say. COS hasn't said anything against these people. Even in that speech that she made, that you are talking about, I was there, I listened. She never said anything against them. It's only Adadi Orama that is even bringing some of their secrets.
Including the person they are mentioning his name, the success. Every one of us know that success comes on
They
Twitter.
don't want to say anything about that success. So
our producer will tell him to join on the Twitter and talk and introduce him as his assistant on Twitter. It was only these people that came out and began to tell us that he's doing another job on the ground. That's why in this podcast, I don't speak about. I don't talk about them. I don't speak about.
So it means success is not on the ground. What I want to know, it means success is not on the ground. It's in exile.
Listen. What I'm telling you that Simon never told us what his job is. He's just a PA, and we always see him on Twitter. It is these people that came out and begin to interpret to us and tell the whole world, look at the job he's doing.
Yes.
The pastor never tell you anything that he's doing. Every one of you hear his name on Twitter. Anytime Master Samuel come on Twitter, you hear him called success. Are you there?
From Chiamaka Ajere and the rest, we can deduce from his job, but he never mentions people's name. The same thing with the men on the ground. These Imputus or Putus. PM never for once mentioned any name. Do you know why? That is intelligence. Thank you.
You're welcome. Let's
come to this. I'm hardly online, but I work behind the scene. Let me tell you a little bit about myself. Don't let my look fool you. I'm a senior citizen. Okay.
You're welcome, sir.
Thank you. I used to be a member of the advisory committee. So I know Simon, and then I know Ngozi, and Ima, Switzerland. But I had a back and neck surgery that sidelined me due to injury I sustained while I was serving in the U.S. Navy. I was the first Biafran to serve in the U.S. Navy. So I'm now retired. I also served in Biafra as a kid in BOF, Biafra Organization of Freedom Fighters. So I went through that war and survived it before I came to the U.S. after the war. So I see what is going on and I'm disheartened. All I can say is that anybody that cannot see the truth are those who make mistakes. Ngozi Orabueze is the second in command of our struggle. When Simon appointed her as chief of staff, which is our structure, that made her second in command after Simon. There is no government where the defense minister or finance minister supersedes the chief of staff. I have degrees in political science also. So anybody trying to say that they are going to assume command, leadership over the COS is fooling the people. Okay, so we should all support our COS, including all the changes that she might have made. Simon is not in danger. Simon is not suffering. He's not being held by Nigeria. The Finnish law requires there are two types of arrests in Finland. Either they remand you to prison if your crime is so heinous that you become a threat to the public. And then there is house arrest. Simon is under house arrest. The only thing that they deprive him is freedom of movement and public access. If he has visitation by his family, actually he's at home enjoying. That's why he was able to see everything that happened on December 29. So when people, out of ignorance, think that, oh, he is incarcerated, someone is not incarcerated. You have to understand the law of the country that is holding him. And it is in the West. So you either they remand you to full prison because he hasn't been convicted for that to happen. So at the present time, he's only being held in house arrest, which means he's at home, enjoying himself, eating gari, okay, but he just cannot communicate it to people outside. His movement is restricted. He cannot make a phone call, but he still has access to his family. So if he has any message to send out, he still can do that through his family. Anybody that they're allowed to visit him. So I want all this noise to stop on the social media. Those two individuals who think that they can claim the mantle of power because of Simon's absence, they are fooling themselves. Okay. We should throw all our US. She is our authority. Simon gave her that authority. In whatever she did, the changes she implemented, she announced, Simon gave her that authority. Without that, you plan ahead. When you are in a struggle like this, you plan ahead. It is not something, it is sure she arrived. Immediately, the Biafra was declared. These are plans, someone had planned ahead of time that she should follow this structure. So she didn't make that decision. This decision was already made that after the declaration, Beji administration will be dissolved and new ones appointed because we are entering into a different phase of the struggle.
Yes.
We are no longer in the what stage were we in? Okay, we're no longer at that stage. We are now entering into recognition phase. Recognition phase requires people with authority, learned people who knows what diplomacy means, who have contacts with people in power in other countries. You don't bring people who knows nothing about diplomacy, foreign relations, to handle that sphere of affairs. So that's why the changes he made, they needed that change. We are not going to, it's like you're going to be contacting people in foreign administrations. Those people are very learned. So how are you going to convince the other person on the other side that your cause is just unless you send people equally learned who can handle the rigor of diplomacy? So that's why it's important that we all understand the need for the changes she made. I don't think she just woke up and said, "Okay, I'm going to dissolve the cabinet and appoint new ones because I'm now in charge." No, Simon already made these changes before he was called up. So she's just following what Simon already, because I worked with Simon when I was a member of the advisory committee. So I know him, and I know Orabueze too, and a couple of others who were there at the time. So the defense minister or finance minister should humble themselves and accept the changes that was made. If they don't want to humble themselves and come back, then let them just stay on the sidelines and let Orabueze continue in what she's doing, the power or the authority she's been given. So I hope people at home, our angels who are doing the needful and protecting our home can hear this and stand behind Orabueze. We are not going to let them down. We'll continue to contribute our money and make sure they are all well taken care of, and let them not relent in the struggle or the fight against our sole enemy, the Nigerian government. Okay, that's all I have to. That's all I want to tell you.
Thank you so much, sir. We appreciate you for that amazing contribution. You have just added more light into what we have been discussing. That is the beauty of it all. When we come online here, people join us. We hear the voice from the mothers, we hear from the fathers, we hear from the youths, we hear from the soft voice, we hear from the strong one, so that at the end of the day, you wouldn't say you didn't hear. If at the end of the day, you refuse to see reasons, you have yourself to blame. The decision is yours to make. You have to make the decision. Every information you need to have. What we are doing in Biafra, in the United States of Biafran government media, is to push those information that you need to hear. Even if you have a different version, you have an argument, you have a confusion, feel free to come into our program, ask questions. There are people that will answer you. Just like our editor just came out now and gave that response. He has been there watching. If you ask a question that needs his contribution, he will come in and answer you. It is not just about me. I'm just anchoring the program, giving Biafrans opportunity to come and ask their questions and get the answers they need. Because, more especially this time, I know that many Biafrans in Biafra land are worried. Many people in the homeland, they are worried, they are confused, they are afraid, they are scared, and all that. So when we come online like this, elders come and join us, our mothers come and join us, our sisters and brothers from all directions, both those who are inside and outside, both those who have been there before. You can imagine that our elder is speaking, he has been there, he has been inside there, and today he is outside. So it is not, no position is permanent. You can't say that today you are so minister, you will hold it forever. Once they tell you your own tenure is over, allow a new person to come in, it becomes a problem. It doesn't work that way. No position is permanent. You can be there tomorrow, and next tomorrow someone else will be there. Go ahead and speak. Who is speaking?
Yeah. I live in the United States, so I school here. Every government, not really government, every administration, government never ends. Okay? Hearing that guy, the government doesn't end. Government is the operation of the institution of government. It doesn't end. What ends are administrations. Administrations come and go, but government remains. Okay? So let nobody be confused about our government. Our government did not dissolve. Our government still remains. It functions. It is the administration, those mandated to head each department. If one administrator, call it minister, agency, is the head doesn't perform well, the prime minister or his second in command in his absence has the right to remove the head of that department and appoint a new person. For one reason or the other, if the head of that department also has the right to resign, if anything should impede his performance, he has the right to resign, and a new administrator will be appointed. So the government never ends. Our government is in existence. We redeclared our Independence Republic of Biafra. Our government continues to function, but each department head or those appointed to power, authority will come and go. Nobody is above the government. Okay? So we are not going to be like Nigeria, where individuals think that they own the whole country. Okay? Our government must persist to be excellent, to be effective, that anybody who is not qualified to contribute to the efficiency running of our government will be taken out. So those individuals, it may be ideology, if their ideology doesn't fit our system of government, then that person should not be there. Okay? No individual is greater than the whole of Biafra, no matter your contribution. If you contributed $1 billion, your money is still not greater than the whole, which is Biafra.
Absolutely.